line from the classroom, we could start looking at that saying, well, you know what? From that point, that was still widening. So that point, it starts to collapse, doesn't it? So we start seeing that order flow edge in terms of the order flow narrative that we painted yesterday, that is now there on the screen. And if I now know that it's there on the screen at that point, that point there was just after we'd got the short sale onto the books on that trade anyway. It was in there, so you can now recognize it at that stage and say, well, let's get short. Let's get short. And that's where another short sale could have came in, and obviously had this one as well, which is obviously your 56 pullback, and then with this one. And obviously the target price was just to get back to this swing trade here. And if the target price was to get back to that swing trade there, obviously that was achieved without too many problems. And obviously since then it's kicked on again. And obviously if we're going for the measure now on this could be a substantial winning trade. Bet you're kicking yourself you never bothered now, aren't you? So this could be a substantial winning trade down to 140 from a sell of 260, which is another $2,000 profit on a sell side swing, in line with these storylines, in line with that macro storyline. Who thought macro was pretty boring a while ago? And then we did a classroom on monumental macros, majestic macros, crazy work macros, Melvin's macros. We did a classroom on magnificent, marvelous macros. And then all of a sudden, that magnificent, massively magnificent, massively brilliant macro has now given us a sell trade at 340, which is just about to possibly trade 140. And if we trade 140, we might well be in line for about a $4,000 day on that sell trade that we called last night from our macro read of the bond-shaped curve. Come on, I mean, you can't use the word sexy. It doesn't begin with an M. It's got to begin with an M, hasn't it?